Well, my name's Fred Krueger, and I'm here to say that I like killing kids the Elm Street way, in their sleep. That's right, I'm a dream demon with my finger knives. Now we're having some fun. So sit back, Jack, now that you know the sitch. Turn up the volume and welcome to Primetime, bitch.
Oh my God, welcome to Primetime, bitch, a Freddy's Nightmares podcast. I'm Brandon Windish.
I'm Jack Holloway.
And that's what this is a podcast about the hit television program Freddy's Nightmares.
You know it. You love it. There's so
you demanded it.
We
delivered.
We said yes.
And we're talking. I guess we're gonna
doing this.
Talk about this is our inaugural episode.
Yes.
Hey, congratulations.
Oh my God, we made it to episode 1, and we're just slightly already losing our minds.
Yep,
after one episode, one down. Well, I guess we're starting 43 to go.
Episode 1 is called
No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Which, by the way, implies
that he was nice once upon a time?
I'm not sure. Is it the idea that, is Freddy, now that he's been freed from prison, is now no longer a nice guy?
Yeah. Or is it that he dies, the child-killing human version was the nice version of him, and now that he's a demon-esque dream demon, this is the bad
no
guy.
More. That nice guy is gone.
I'm sorry, he's not going to be here anymore.
You fucked up, bitch. So we're just, the whole thing here, guys, is we were so excited that Freddy's Nightmares, which has long been unable to be viewed other than through shitty bootleg torrents or whatever, is now available to watch in the best looking versions that have ever existed of it, which is, needless to say, not anything special. It does look like a soap opera. It's lit like a soap opera.
And one of my favorite, when you go into Freddy Vision, we'll talk about Freddy Vision.
Yes. We decided to start a show dedicated to Freddy's Nightmares. As far as we know, nobody else has taken this onto themselves. We are the true pioneers.
This is it. This is the feeling that Lewis and Clark had. This is the feeling that Lois and Clark had.
Lois and Clark and Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher had this exact...
They're like, Superman, we're taking him to TV. But I guess it was the George Reese. It's fine.
And that was it. That was it. That, and we had a title for a show, and we were like, let's do it, baby.
It's a great title.
Oh,
reverse engineered it from.
Yeah, we did. We worked backwards. When Jack got the pitch from me, he was like, "Okay." Oh, but the title is yes, great. I love it.
And I honestly, I absolutely love this idea of discovering it together rather than coming in already knowing, hey, we're going to talk about Jaws. We know. But it is a surprise. And there are so many little nuggets along the way that we're going to find.
Absolutely. And there's another podcast that we do called Dead City Drive-In that I host with my wonderful co-host Chris Holcomb and great friend Chris Holcomb, and Jack has been a regular guest on the guest programmer on the show. And we have a different vibe on that show. That's a show where we really do. We know a little bit more about what we're talking about, and this is a little bit different. We don't know what we're getting into.
It's a different flavor than Dead City. Dead City's wonderful, but this will be lots of fun just discovering this thing. Surprises galore. And
we're both fans of Freddy Krueger.
Absolutely.
But we've never truly given this show a shot, and we're doing it, and we already have very strong feelings.
And lots to talk about. It's great.
And it'll be interesting to see how our relationship changes during the course of this show.
Yes. We end at episode 44 just hollow husks.
what shells of people. Just like...
What have we done?
Just like...
What have we done to
What
each
have I become?
I have now become death.
Our hair is all white, fallen out. We look like fucking the original Emperor from Star Wars, where they just put cat's eyes over him or whatever.
My God.
We're just like, or like that Stephen King story, The Jaunt. We're just like clawing our eyes out.
The Jaunt.
Yeah,
one of my favorites.
That's a great story.
I saw forever. I saw forever.
That's what we're gonna. That's exactly. And because we do know Freddy Krueger is forever. We'll get to that.
Boy,
this is exciting. Okay,
this is very exciting.
So without any further ado, let's jump into this episode of Freddy's Nightmares. No more Mr. Nice Guy. And I got to tell you that. Well, mind blown. Knowing that this is directed by the late, great Tobe Hooper.
Amazing.
Oh, my God.
I saw that name pop up, and I went, okay,
All
I'm
right.
in. Let's dance. This is going to be fun.
And we don't need to go down the rabbit hole of Tobe Hooper.
Yeah.
We all know what he's done. And if you're listening, you know what he's done. And if you're listening and you don't know what he's done, what are you doing?
Go watch The Mangler.
Duh.
Come
Go
on,
watch
guys.
Night Terrors.
Terrors.
Now, okay, so this episode was also written by some interesting names here in the credits. Michael DeLuca, who, do you know anything about Mike DeLuca?
I heard, let me see, Michael DeLuca. I wrote down, leafing through my notes, Michael DeLuca. Wrote In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah, he was one of these. So he was a producer and a very, very important producer, especially in New Line Cinema, who was rare in the sense that he was a horror nerd. He loved horror and he read. He was a reader. Wow. So he was a big fan of what was happening in like the book world then, which was a movement that was called splatterpunk, and that was like a big thing at the time. Like authors like Joe Lansdale and David Scow and John Skip and Spencer, or anyway. Well, okay. Anyway, he was a big fan of this movement and knew that these are the guys. This is this new breed of horror, and he wanted to get these kind of guys involved in Freddy because he was now a young, very young, like 20-something executive at New Line, and he was just gung ho. And I think he's the one that was like, I would love to do Freddy's Nightmares. I got it. Let me handle it. So he ended up becoming very instrumental. He also wrote Freddy's Dead.
Okay.
Ended up producing some very important things for New Line Cinema, and he's still working to this day. He's still huge. I think he just stepped down as vice president over at, or maybe even president at Paramount. I don't know. Anyway, he's just a very, very important producer. But some of these other writers, David Ehrman?
David Ehrman. I'm not familiar.
Never heard of him. But then there's also another guy named, how would you think you pronounce this? Rhett Topham? Topham. So I'm looking at David Ehrman, and he's a big TV writer. I'm just scrolling through his things here, and I see after Freddy's Monsters, he went on to write the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Wait a minute. I think I did a little. Okay, I do. David Ehrman, I wrote him down. Pirates of Dark Water.
No shit.
A little Camp Candy, if you're a John.
Oh my God, Camp Candy. Do you think he did Gravedale High? Do you remember that?
Dude.
Did I just open up a thing for you?
Yes. Cheer with the spirit and secretly. Or no, what is that line?
I just remember this one. Please take a seat, cha. We're dying to meet ya.
Oh my goodness. Ehrman did also write Captain N, the Game Master.
Oh, I remember. What are they going to do? A reboot of fucking Captain N?
Dude, dope. The little belt with the zapper and you can pause time. I'm in. I took a note on Ehrman. It's like, oh, he wrote all the cartoons from my childhood.
Also, La Femme Nikita, the TV series.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Okay, so Rhett Topham. Oh, here's why. Oh! This is why. This is why I know. I am... Jack, I'm such an old man.
No, you stop it.
I cannot fucking see
know
what I'm looking at. Okay, I don't have my glasses on. Okay.
For those at home, Brandon is now bringing out a very old pair of spectacles.
I just have a
Ben
giant
Franklin style.
Oh, I have a giant magnifying glass.
2 giant magnifying glasses. Eyes are enormous.
I've got Jack's shoulders holding them up behind me. Thank you, Jack. Please, a little closer.
Sure thing, boss.
Thanks, Jack. Okay, so Rhett Topham wrote Trick or Treat, the 86, the one with the heavy metal movie, horror film, which is awesome and great great fucking soundtrack.
That's amazing.
Halloween treat every year for me. He also wrote Robert Englund's directorial debut, 976 Evil.
Okay. Wow.
He wrote a couple episodes of Freddy's Nightmares. He also wrote, he got story credit for 976 Evil 2.
Ooh.
And then ended up producing, and he's still, Eastsiders, is the executive producer of a show called Eastsiders, Space Command, blah, blah, blah. And that's him. And I'm just going to read a couple of quotes that I see from him on IMDb. Jesus Christ once said, real life is the best canvas for horror. But I have always said, Hail Satan.
Rhett, I'm a fan. I like it.
Yeah, so Rhett Topham, which is the best part of the ham.
Topham. Yeah, the top part is really away from the bone.
Yeah, glazed.
That's where all the honey goes.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so these are the fucking assholes responsible for the first episode of Freddy's Nightmares. I put this episode on, and I was immediately transported. I thought I was watching the news. And I did not recognize the newscaster. He was doing the news. And it fooled me.
Gotcha.
Good
old
tricked
gotcha.
Me.
That trickster Freddy is I think we talked a little bit. I mean, obviously we could tell her, okay, I see what you're up to. But I got so excited based off this intro because I thought, okay, this is what the show is going to be. It's going to be, I kind of envisioned it like, since it's on cable, this must be the conceit of the show, that it's they would set up some kind of thing that you would normally see on TV, a newscast, a game show, a sitcom, and then Freddy would intervene, take over, and be like a dreamlike quality. And my understanding is this not what's going to happen.
No, I really don't think so. And I think that this is the one that probably messes with format the most.
Yeah.
I can't, because we see this newscaster and then all of a sudden he starts flickering out of the flame. Yeah. And we go to these red and green stripes.
Beautiful.
Please stand by. Freddy's claws rip through. And he says, he lets us know not to be afraid.
Which is great. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
This isn't one of your nightmares.
It's one of mine. So I was instantly right away. Brandon, can I ask you, what are Freddy's nightmares?
In the context of this show, I assume his nightmare is reliving his trial and then execution by vigilante mob. And then
he seemed to. That was my thing.
Although
I wrote it down.
He doesn't seem scared.
Don't be afraid. This time it isn't one of your nightmares. It's one of mine. So Pirate Freddy every time I have to do this. I gotta make my claw with my hand, and my mouth goes to my bottom right corner.
Oh my god! How come there's never been a Pirate Freddy? He's been a superhero. He's been
and rather than the hook, he's got his claw hook. That would be dope.
Jack, why are we not the writers of Freddy's Nightmares?
Let's pitch it right now. The Dream Ship. He's going along the. Oh, this is great.
Jack Shoulder, what do you think?
I think that's a winner, boy.
And you would know.
So it was a nightmare. Well, no, it was real life. Oh, was it scary for you? Well, also no.
I was fine with that. I wanted
actually
them to do it.
Quite psyched about being burned alive.
Yeah,
I egged them on. Some might say.
And I guess so. This episode, I'll say he definitely does. And this episode, it's an origin story.
Yes.
Of Freddy Krueger, and this episode comes out in 1988. Right after, I believe it came out right after Nightmare 4. So at this point, we have only heard of Freddy's origin via Ronnie Blakely's exposition where she says something like the judges got fat, the jury got rich, or whatever. Just like,
interesting.
Okay, writing. Okay, Wes.
I know that's one thing I wanted to talk to you. And obviously, horror movie continuity comes and goes, and it's not a make or break thing. But it is really interesting that this series basically wipes away Nancy and Luke, because that time frame now is because this takes place with Freddy. Right in '88, it's modern. I mean, modern day for the time it was shot, because people, we got Walkman, we got everything.
Yeah,
but the other version is kind of wiped away because that took place.
Well,
I mean, it was filmed it was '84, I believe, but then their recounting of it was from their past.
Yeah, I mean, what we know about Freddy is that he was a child murderer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that they ever said how many children he kills in the original movies. And then Lieutenant John Saxon was a part of the vigilante mob that killed Fred Krueger, the human being, burned him alive, and there you go. And then years later, he comes back to
haunt the dreams of their kids.
And get revenge on the people that killed him by taking away their children and not, So this show purports something, similar, but
rather than the kids, it's I'm gonna hunt down the people that mob justice to me.
Yeah, well, and that's where it kind of loses. So it's it's very strange. And it drops us right into it the same way. We have this reporter who disappears from his nightly newscast, shows up,
materializes, and that's not a dream.
No, he shows up on the steps of the Springwood, Ohio courthouse. And by the way, Jack, he materializes, looks around, and goes, "What the hell? Where the hell am I?" And then somebody runs up, gives him paper, and he immediately. Pro.
He's a professional.
He is a fucking pro.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're outside the court. I was like, wow.
He just accepted his reality completely. And in a way, that's kind of what the show is asking you to do,
They're just going, hey, we're going to throw some crazy shit at you. Hold on tight. Much like the reporter. Where are we now? I'm unclear as to what's happening, but okay.
Sure. And then we are in a courtroom, and they're in a giant fucking metal...
chamber.
Gas chamber.
I don't know a lot about law. I'll be honest, I am not a lawyer. Most of my legal knowledge comes from movies. I'm pretty sure. So Freddy is arrested, and it is his trial. He is in a giant metal cube. And I at least from the news and from things, what I think of when people go to trial, they're either in a prison jumpsuit or perhaps a nice suit.
Usually your defense attorney says,
hey, try to put
look
on your
decent.
Yeah. Freddy
is.
This is my sweater. It's my whole thing.
He's giving his favorite sweater and a hat.
In court. A bold move.
In a box.
And
so here's the thing. I have seen trials of people who, and by the way, I believe that they say that Freddy Krueger has killed 7 children.
I think so, yeah.
I have seen trials of men who have killed more than 7 children who just sit in the courtroom. Because the whole idea is, well, if you get up to try to escape, we've got people here that have guns and they'll shoot you.
Yes.
And you're not getting out of the courtroom. Freddy Krueger, who, as far as we know, is only killing children,
yes,
so probably not a big threat to adults, is in a gas chamber, like a box, a metal welded shut box,
and with thick chains, not just
like
handcuffs.
Fucking Frankenstein's monster.
It's like, is he gonna break out?
Well, he tries to when they talk about some of his dental records.
Robert Englund's doing some.
Teeth?
I love it. He's doing some very nice. He does great claw acting. Does great chain acting with that snap of the chain.
It's great.
Nice fedora rolling in the hands.
And we should say, Robert Englund is here to reprise his role as Fred Krueger, and
but I don't understand the shots. I talked to you. I was like, is that Robert Englund? Because from the back, the shots are only ever kind of from the back or just in shadow.
Or in his first shot, you see him full body, but his face is obscured by the projections of the dead children.
Yes.
Which I actually
Great
think
shot.
is really cool.
It's a great shot.
Yeah. That's a Tobe Hooper special.
Ooh, thank you, Toby.
Yeah.
But the fact that you never really see Robert Englund. You're like, is he in this? Is this a body double or?
Yeah.
But
it's him.
Pretty sure it's him.
It's him. There's only one time in the show that I don't think it was him. Because Freddy has this. Robert Englund, I should say, has this like stance and gait, and everything that he does is so specific to him and no one else. And, I always remember that there's a moment in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, before they knew what they had, Jack and Mr. Shoulder, our producer, I hope you're not offended when I tell the story, but you cast another actor to play Fred Krueger because you thought any stuntman could do it. Oh. And there's a moment where he's shaking his head right now, just his hands, faces in his hands. That Freddy Krueger walks in and he looks like just some dumb Frankenstein lumbering, and it's so clear that it's not Fred or Robert Englund.
Interesting.
So there's like you can't. It's Robert Englund him. Or it's no one.
Yeah.
And every time it's not him,
it's Nerf or nothing.
You can tell. Even in Nightmare 5. There's a moment where he turns into Super Freddy.
Right. Okay. I do.
And it's a different actor. And I just watched that the other night, and I was like, why didn't they just fucking bulk up Robert Englund? Why did they put Michael Bailey Smith in? Okay. Anyway, so Freddy's in a box with a sweater and a hat. And it was already at this moment that I started thinking,
we've made a huge mistake. So why?
Okay. So we got a court scene.
Court scene.
And this is my note. I wrote court scene. Huh?
That is an accurate note for this.
There is this great moment where somebody they go, new evidence has been brought to the table. We are calling to dismiss the notion or the trial. And Freddy's defense attorney the prosecutor stands up and says, "I protest." And all I could think of is like, well, no, Freddy didn't get off on a technicality. He got off because this fucking prosecutor's a dipshit. The word is object.
Yes, he did say
I protest.
Is this the best we got, guys?
What a dummy. What a dummy.
Also, it might be a thing that happens, but while they're playing the slides, there are two girls that Freddy, the daughters of the detective.
Oh, you mean the 23-year-old twins?
23-year-old twins. They're right there. The one is traumatized, permanently scarred. And
her name, by the way, is Merritt.
Merritt, and what? Ashley?
I don't know, but Merritt.
Yeah. Whatever.
Rhett Topham was sleeping with somebody named Merritt. He just wanted to,
Rhett and Merritt, the classic romance. But yeah, I was like, oh no, get her out of there.
She doesn't need to be there for that.
She doesn't.
These traumatized
can't
adult
talk.
women.
Yes.
And if anything, that starts the trend of we realize that Freddy Krueger is not just interested in children, but adults.
That's
adult
nice.
Women, adult men.
That is, yes.
He's not as specific of a monster as you would think.
It's really just if they're a child at heart. That's what I'm aiming for.
I go for the young at heart, bitch. That's where it's at. But he gets off because they didn't read him his rights.
That's
which, by the way, goes against the original film. In the original film, they say that there was a search warrant was not signed.
Oh, interesting.
So they're like, well, you weren't paying attention. Fuck you. I'm Mike DeLuca. Fuck you. Hey, don't worry about it. Like, nobody gives a shit.
He turned into Jay Leno a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's great. Hey,
okay.
Look, the thing is that nobody's got the internet yet.
Nobody watches these movies.
Yeah, all these people are fucking idiots.
Look, Freddy's in it. It's fine.
Look, there's Freddy right there.
He's right there in the tank.
He's in a fucking tank. It's Freddy Krueger. It's him. That's all we need. So Freddy gets doesn't read. So they let him loose right there in the court.
Just let him go. And but before they let him loose, we get our first intro of Freddy Vision. The camera pans in, and we have 2 entry points for Freddy Vision that I remember. One, the camera, it goes a little red, I believe.
Yes.
And then
it's like a strobing.
Oh yeah, right
very
into
basic
the
TV effect, but
right into Robert Englund's eye, and then we get to see through Freddy Krueger's eyes, Freddy Vision.
We see
what is the opposite of 4K? Is it? I was like, is that why he's so angry? I can't see
negative 4K.
Negative 4K.
Yeah, we
vision.
just see SD like 240p.
Those old like Sega CD compressed videos.
That is what it
That's
looks like.
kind of-
It looks like a cutscene from Zombie Killer.
Zombie! What a deep dive. Oh, let's light 'em up. When you meet your friend on Zombie Killer.
Oh my God.
We're going old school.
We are.
Folks.
We
That's-
are.
Zombie Killer was a
and
big.
the guy that. How about this? What a fucking nerd I am. The guy that did the makeup effects is Bart Mixon, that did the makeup effects for Zombie Killer, who, actually, I don't know if he did any Friday movies or Nightmare movies.
But still, just the fact that you know that.
Oh,
that came out of nowhere.
Okay, anyway.
Brandon, the Google of horror. There he is.
So here's what I noticed because I watched this episode 4 times.
Yes.
And I don't know if you caught this. I don't know if you caught, because I Freddy Vision.
Yeah.
So he sees the courtroom and everybody's dead except for the adult women.
The adult twins.
But something happens. It's a really quick shot. It's not long. It's a very brief, this wide master shot. And your eye focuses on 2 girls, but there's something else happening in the frame. And I was like, wait. So I rewound it because something was off. And there's 2 people hanging from the court rafters. Okay. From the rafters.
Yes.
2 corpses hanging, obviously dummies, because what happens is, I guess the dummy was a little too heavy. The head pops off. The body just falls.
The head
drops to the ground. And I promise there's no way it was intentional. It's like that was the only 2 seconds of the shot that they had. Was that where the dummy slips out of the noose, its head falls off, and it just plops to the ground. Somebody got yelled at by Toby Hooper that day. I guarantee it.
Now I have to go watch it a 5th time.
Yes, you
it's
do.
Gonna
the
have
whole
to happen.
thing. The whole thing. You have to watch the entire
Beginning to
episode from start to finish. And how could you not? Because
you
once you're 2 minutes in, you're engrossed.
You're drawn in.
You're just absorbed. Anyway, that made me lose my shit today when I saw that.
That is amazing. But so you were saying, so Freddy is the trial is thrown out due to lack of Miranda rights, and of course after that you just let him out of the giant tank and go, all right, run amok.
Yeah, just go.
He's gone before the people can get even out of the court.
Well,
he's disappeared.
Where the hell did he go?
Where did he go?
What does the mom say? She goes, after more children.
I don't know if you know.
I did.
God bless her. Did you notice? There's one grieving. Yes, we're on the same page. There's a grieving mother. I think someone probably just said, "Yes, smack him," and this poor lady, she did not want to hit them. It's the 2 weakest. I don't even know if she makes contact.
She doesn't. You can tell.
Wild armed.
Because it's clear that they had at least 2 cameras rolling at the same time. As we know, they had 5 days to shoot this episode.
Good Lord.
Which is insane.
They caught lightning in a bottle.
Yes, they did. Just like Toby's masterpiece, Chainsaw Massacre. It's on par. And yeah, you can see that it's the 2 shots, and it's like that courtroom where Freddy's leaving.
Yep.
She goes to kind of attack Freddy, but she doesn't, and she's floundering in the scene.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I'm like, I have it right here. I have a poor thing. Right here.
I want to help
Upset
her.
mother, poor thing.
She's acting her heart out, I feel like.
She's doing the best she can.
She's doing the best she can, but she's like, it feels weird to just cry and stand still. I'll try flouncing, kind of.
Yeah, look, it's real easy.
Toby.
That's me, Toby Hooper.
Oh my goodness. Toby, were you able to give her any direction, any guidance at all?
Of course. It was real simple. I said, what you need to do is just just need to be angry at the Freddy and the cop.
Oh, Toby, there's a huge vein coming out of your forehead. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just give me another Dr. Pepper and a cigar.
I think Brandon's got a few in the fridge if you want to.
Go take some and drink some Dr. Pepper and sprinkle some cocaine on top of it. But don't tell my friends.
Oh, it's a code word. I get it.
Yeah,
Dr. Pepper is
all right.
code.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Thanks, Toby. Thanks for this episode.
No, you're welcome. My blessing to you. And if you're interested, I highly recommend you check out my film, The Mangler.
Can I ask you, is this what started your relationship with Robert Englund? Is that why?
No, The Mangler was not the first time I ever worked with Bobby Englund.
Oh, right. No. On this episode of Freddy's Nightmares, you worked with him.
I directed an episode of Freddy's Nightmares. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's the podcast. We brought you in so you could talk about
pod people. I did an invasion movie though.
You did. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get you. You know what? You might be running a little bit.
Me and Timothy Bottoms were hanging out one night, and we were just getting to town on Lorraine Newman. Don't tell her I told you this story, but she was willing and able, and boy was she able. And we just poured a bunch of Dr. Pepper into her and got her pregnant.
Oh my God. We have to introduce Timothy Bottoms to Aaron Topham. Then.
Oh,
Bottoms
yeah.
and Topham.
I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat ham. Anyway, I gotta go.
Thank you for your service, sir.
You're welcome. Goodbye. We'll see you guys later.
Oh,
go to this Dr. Pepper convention. Be on my way.
Brandon, you just missed it.
What?
Toby Hooper.
Toby Hooper? Isn't he dead?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we just captured a ghost. We're going to have to play that back.
God, we're going to be rich. First proof of ghosties.
Yes! Ghost of Toby Hooper.
Anyway.
And tab close.
So, Freddy goes after more children.
Freddy goes. How do you feel about the instant? How do you feel about mob justice on the? I love Brandon is pointing to his notes. How do you feel about mob justice starting on the very steps of the courthouse?
Immediately, it's the fastest mob I've ever seen. The guy says this: "I'm all for giving a man a fair trial, but our stinking system wouldn't even go that far."
And he's
what?
I wrote down the same quote. I've believed in the law all my life. But then our stinking system, sir.
There are what's awesome about this episode is people say a line of dialogue and immediately contradict it in the next line of dialogue. Like in the same paragraph of their one line followed by the I've always believed in the law, but our stinking system.
Well, do you believe in the stinking system?
No.
Yes.
I don't know. Let's fucking kill him.
Hey, I'm not going to kill any more kids. Stab. Oh, Freddy.
Yeah, I don't. Whoa, Toby.
Oh, Toby. Toby.
Sorry, going back to hell.
Toby, get this. Oh, no, he's in hell.
I escaped. I'm going back.
All right, get out of here, you cad. But that made me laugh a lot. The vigilante justice on the
instant.
No moment of let's go home and let's talk about I can't believe.
No even Frankenstein's monster. They had to carry the body of a little girl through the town square before people were like, "What the fuck?"
We're gonna have to go grab their torches first. We can't.
Yeah, we got. There's all sorts of stuff we got to do.
Like a laundry list of things.
Yeah, we got to get. We got to trek all the way up to the castle.
Jeez Louise.
And that actually, so we go to this boiler room.
Oh my goodness.
Now, okay, a couple of things here.
I have questions for you as well.
First and foremost, we get a beautiful magician's reveal of an ice cream truck.
I do have a question right off the bat.
Yeah.
Is that canon?
No.
That ice cream truck is coming out of nowhere.
I guess he drives the thing around.
He does show up at the house, but
is he in it? I think he's in it.
He must have, because it's gone from the chain and smoke factory. Like, what do you guys make around here? Chains and smoke. No, it's a power plant, I think they say. But it also, oh God, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but there is a fallout shelter.
I mean,
with a window. I was like, what?
It's insane. Our notes are exactly identical.
Oh my god, this is amazing. But yes, this amazing. You see the shot of the exterior of the huge factory. There is something squarish shaped, covered by a giant tarp. In one big voila, it is whipped away, and it's an ice cream truck.
And he says, "Together again."
Because you know, if there's anything I know about Freddy, it's him and his famous ice cream truck.
I guess that's what they're implying, that he would tool around in this ice cream truck, and that's how he picked up children.
I guess, and I mean that's gross and effective, but and also, I have questions. I was like, what are the people of this factory? Do they ever go, hey, you can't park that here? Maybe,
right in the gate, right out front of the gate.
Maybe he delivers ice cream to the people that work there.
You're cheating it out.
Yes.
For people to see. It's not like you pulled up to the gate. You parallel parked it in front of this boiler factory.
I gotta display it. It's my whole thing.
Yeah, I guess we get it.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Anyway,
we'll allow it.
Go on into the fallout shelter.
Ooh, yes.
And so, okay, boiler room.
Yes.
Where is it? I don't know, because this might be okay. This just opens up a question for me of like the boiler room. I've always assumed that the boiler room was in the basement of the school.
Yes, 100% yes. That's what I thought.
That's what the first movie implies,
Yeah.
I feel. In part 2, Jack Shoulder, your film, you take the boiler room is very similar to this. It's some kind of like power plant outside of town.
Okay.
And then but that movie breaks a lot of rules.
Yes.
And I feel like it had no loyalty to canon whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then 3 and 4, it's just it's like the boiler room is his realm. They never say where it is. It's always intimated that it has something to do with like the heater under your house in your basement.
Okay.
You know, like it's never. So I guess we could technically say
it's like a hell kind of thing.
And that maybe this isn't so outrageous to think it's some weird nuclear power plant.
Yeah.
But
there are things. I mean, I get it, but it's also like, okay, the ice cream truck's parked outside. There's there's the fallout shelter label. I'm like, okay, he's just chilling here.
In this boiler room is a fallout shelter, and that's apparently where he lives.
He lives in a fallout shelter.
And is there a girl is there a little girl in there?
I couldn't tell because we were in Freddy vision.
Yeah, we're in corpse killer vision.
Good.
Corpse killer.
Corpse killer.
Not zombie killer.
Oh, corpse killer. Is that the one that the guy lights him up?
Yes.
All right, we're going to drop you on the island. It's like, yes, dude. This is Sega CD fans out there. That's
and pay attention. Keep an eye out for our new podcast.
Sega CD's nuts.
That's right.
And perfect. But yeah, we're in Freddy vision, and
he really hates this doll.
Yes. Oh, I do. I like the grabbing it by the face and kind of smacking it into the wall.
It makes a squeak.
It does. It's eep.
Yep.
And then he's going around. I think he whipped a cover off of. It looked to me like a bed, but a really like you saw the slats of the bed. Maybe that's where he put people. I don't know. I couldn't tell.
It's not clear. It's ugly.
Yeah.
It's the way it looks is not not good.
Handcuffs to the wall. And I thought I would think, I'm just Joe Schmo, but I was like, oh, make the claw reveal. That's the bread and butter. That's Freddy's baby. And it's just kind of like on a table.
Yeah,
and
he
almost throws something else.
It takes a long he knocks something over with it.
He's got to get his bearings back with his claw. It's been a while since he's had it.
And then he puts it on. And I actually really like that shot of him putting the glove on, bringing it into the camera and his face lit in the shadows. And then he starts like doing this with the glove. It works for me.
100. And see, this is the great thing of finding the beauty in the show. I mean, Robert Englund, it sounds silly, but that claw acting is just
he's great.
Beautiful.
His claw acting is great.
Work it. Ooh.
It's like mask acting.
Yes.
But with a claw,
Yes. You don't want to overuse it, but it's just accentuated enough. Ooh.
Yeah. I'll bet Robert Englund was thrilled to not have to be in makeup.
He's like, this is a dream come true. Oh.
Because he's not in makeup for a lot of this episode. But after this, we see that Freddy is ready to kill again. Mm-hmm. But we go back to this this domestic drama.
I'm very excited about approaching here.
Yeah, with this cop What's his name? Blocker?
Blocker, I believe.
Dirk Blocker.
Oh, Tim. Dirk Blocker. Cock Blocker. Tim Blocker.
Lieutenant Tim Blocker, not Lieutenant Thompson, Nancy's dad from John Saxon. I mean, I understand that they can't get John Saxon and Heather Langenkamp to, do their roles over again, but like you don't have to be really clever to come up with a way to write around that.
Yeah.
You just don't.
It's strange because it does feel like they're trying to replace, maybe, but it's not.
Is it a retcon?
Yeah, because it is a totally different origin, kind of, sort of.
You could argue that the whole thing is Freddy's dream, so it's a little skewed anyway.
Maybe that's Freddy's nightmare.
Maybe he just doesn't remember people. Maybe the whole thing's just a misunderstanding. That's why this guy's like, I don't get it. I'm just a fucking lieutenant. Like, I just moved here from New York.
Yeah, what this Freddy Krueger guy?
The wife and this cop, his wife, they have this domestic dispute, like argument, and she's like, she says, we moved from New York to come here, and in New York we had 18 locks on the door, and that really like so. I guess in New York the idea is that all criminals, all burglars stop at 17. Well, once they cut through 17 locks,
they're like, there's going
to be an 18th, and if there's an 18th, who knows?
I'm done.
Yeah, we're done here. We're done here. Go back. Go back to Staten Island.
These kids, they keep coming up with new locks.
18 locks on that door. So I don't that's the thing.
Very funny.
Yeah. But she's so upset with him, and he's so upset with himself, and he says this, I was so busy being upset at the notion of Freddy Krueger that I did not stop to fulfill some stupid procedural detail. So, excuse me. Like, small procedural detail.
It's the one, and again, I am not a police officer, but just from basic movies, I know that when you arrest someone,
you read them their rights.
You gotta.
Everybody knows the Miranda rights. Everybody knows. But you have the right to remain silent. Steve Guttenberg will tell you have the right to free cable TV.
And Freddy is going to say a right that you actually don't have later. I don't know if you caught that.
No, what?
What does he say? It's one of his one-liners. He says, I've got a right to remain at large.
Oh, my God.
And a right to remain silent.
Well, then shut the fuck up,
I was like,
dude.
well, no, you have one of those rights. You if you commit a crime and you're apprehended, you can't remain at large.
Whatever, I'm not a cop.
I'm making this up as I go. Is that the same scene where I feel like Tobe Hooper's like, I got to give these actors some business? Is that the scene where she's folding laundry?
Yes.
And they're like, give him a picture so he can do the movie thing of stare at the picture in the happy family. And then she's folding laundry. I got to give her something to do. And
I don't know that he gave her something to do.
Oh.
I think that she's in it, and there's something later on we'll talk about.
Yeah,
I don't want to, but like, I'm certain that these actors are having to just figure it out on their, like they're not getting anything.
Toby's in the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, no, he's too busy. He's
me.
Yeah, he's too busy. But one of these daughters knows. She comes immediately down and she's like, "Dad, killing Freddy is only going to make things worse." Nobody's talking about killing anybody.
Yeah.
But she already assumes, and also I guess she's
connected with him. It's like, how do you know that?
I feel like we missed a part of the story.
Yeah, I want to see that part. That's fascinating.
Why does she know?
What effect did he have on her?
Yeah.
How does she know? Does she see some weird Freddy power when he? And I'm unclear on, like, I know that he got near them, or the blocker says, when I saw what he was doing I was too busy to read him his rights. I had to.
I saw Freddy vision.
Oh no!
Everything went
really fuzzy.
240 pixels.
and I couldn't. I started hearing whispering in my own head, and it was awful. Everything was red. Ugh. So picking up with the mob. Also, I guess where Freddy hangs out, I guess that's just common knowledge because the mob just shows up right where they need to be.
Is he employed at the...
Does he work? I want to know more about this factory.
It's just there are more questions than there are answers. And, for the most part, I tend to be okay with it.
Yeah.
Because I just get caught up, but it's a little distracting. And I just don't think they cared. And a testament to this is the fact that, there's a scene almost right after this where they're back in the police station and the blocker is talking to his deputy. And behind the deputy, there's 6 wanted for murder posters of totally other people.
Oh my
and I'm
gosh.
like, what the fuck are you guys so obsessed with Freddy Krueger for?
And if I may, backtracking, and we'll go right back to the very beginning with the police. The news reporter. Do you remember? He said, "Well, there's been 2 more murders and then 4 dead bodies found." I was like, "But Freddy Krueger was in custody." I'm like, "Who's this other killer running?"
I assumed, or I thought it was happening here in Tampa.
Oh my god!
I thought for sure that there was another
right.
Seminole Heights serial killer running around.
What? And why? I guess the 80s fashion's back in.
Yeah, mustaches are back for newscasters.
And then he phased out, and I went, "What?"
And then the red and green came on. I was like, "That's weird." And then the claws come in. I was like, "Wait,
I'm watching Freddy's Nightmares."
I
forgot I was watching it.
I got tricked. But then when he shows up on the court steps, I was like, "Wait, that's my newscaster.
He's back.
He's my guy from wait,
Springwood. I'm not in Springwood."
And then I woke up.
And I had some claw marks
on my face.
On my face.
Scratch on my face. What is he doing with the claw? All right.
But sorry, jumping back to what you said about the other murder, the murder posters behind the guy. It's like, you got other things other than Fred.
Fred Krueger shouldn't be the look. There's a lot of murderers in town. And then the cop goes, "I hate hick towns." And
it doesn't strike me as a hick town.
Springwood, Ohio, it just doesn't feel like a hick town. It seems like very well-to-do people.
Yeah,
and
nice little court.
A lot of dentists.
A lot of dentists that show up at crime scenes and everything.
I don't know. Why did you move? He just got done talking about why he moved there. To this town where there's PTA meetings and white picket fences.
I hate New York.
This hick town.
I hate hick towns. You hate everything.
Fuck you, dude.
Hey, man, blocker. Get out of here, you dingaling. Read them your rights. You blew it. This is all you.
Yeah, you're worried about the wrong thing. You're focusing on the wrong thing. Someone get that guy some Ritalin. They send a cop to the house.
Yes.
Lou. To Lou. They send Officer Lou.
Officer Lou. I was a big fan.
And by the way, he's guarding the house, and the wife comes out and offers him full plate of fried chicken.
Fried chicken. That seems like such an Brandon, have you ever had tinfoil over fried chicken? I've never had leftover chicken.
I'm just imagining how messy. I'm like, well, I appreciate the effort, but I'm on duty. It's chicken. You didn't bring me a napkin.
I'm gonna have bones. I'm gonna have bones.
You throw them out.
There's no sauce. Is it?
What? It's a paper plate. It's a paper plate.
It is a paper plate.
It's hard to hold. You gave me a chicken breast and a drumstick, and I'm going for the drumstick first because I guess it's the most accessible. No fork and knife. I'm just gonna eat it. But and then I've got the aluminum foil. Do I have to ball this up and put it in my pocket or something?
Ma'am, you've given me more problems than
salty. I'm gonna need something to balance that out. A drink of some
any
sort.
Drink at all?
I'll take a 7-Up or a Mr. Pibb or.
Oh no, just the chicken.
Okay.
Well,
a little dry.
Well, if nothing else, this is his worst. This is as bad as my night is gonna get.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh
no, that's not true. Something happens. Poor old
Lou.
Fred Krueger shows up and murders another adult.
The classic Freddy.
The same day he's been released from prison.
That's one thing I admire about everybody in Springwood. They get to it. The mob is like, let's kill him.
Everything happens immediately.
Freddy's out. And it would be kind of...
We got 44 minutes to get this shit all wrapped up.
I got to get back in to those kids and cops on duty. I just love killing. What can I say? Trying to see like Freddy turn over a new leaf, but have some tension there. Nope, he's right back out there killing away.
Yeah.
You got to.
Hey, what? So Fred, he just kills the guy.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of cool. Like his claw comes toward him, the guy screams,
Yeah.
gets him. He drops the plate, and the plate has a tear on it. The chicken falls, and then blood pours all over it.
All over the chicken.
Pretty
It's
good.
Effective little shot. It's like, ooh.
But nothing. No one-liner.
No one. Real quick. Let's a chicken one-liner. Chicken kill. Okay, dark meat.
How about a side of gravy?
Ooh, I like
Gravy?
it. Gravy.
Now that's finger
licking
licking good.
With his claws.
Yes.
It's perfect. Oh, that seems like a primetime bitch. Primetime bitch. That seems like a prime example of, hey, get that one-liner in there.
Yeah, there should be more one-liners. We should try to come up with one-liners for the situations that Freddy encounters, because I'm not certain
that
they really did that.
They really had a golden opportunity, and I don't know if they might have fumbled the baton just a little bit.
And why? How about a side of gravy? I mean, that's as good as it gets. That's some top ham shit.
Top ham. It's wonderful. That's the tip top of the ham.
Okay, Jack, this was one of the funniest things in the show to me.
Okay.
We get Freddy Vision again as he peers in on the adult women,
Yes.
children, girls. And there is the overlay sounds of screaming.
Yes, this is where he's hearing things in his.
It's the most half-assed, non-committal screaming, and I'm going to do an impression of it for you right now.
Okay.
This is what it sounds like.
It kind of sounds like, Thompson, I know you've been working long weeks. I'm going to need that report. I need you to say 2 extra hours.
Hilarious. Hilarious. And it goes on and on. Anyway, Freddy kills a cop and goes after adult women.
Nothing comes of the Lou killing the cop. You would think, like, oh, you've committed murder. If I could just get to this guy again and go, that's the Lou's. And I will say, to be fair, they never show Lou being discovered.
They never find him.
They never find him.
They call his
nor
name.
Address.
Yeah.
Address it ever
Lou?
again. Lou? Now, if he would have looked a little harder and found Lou would have Freddy's blade marks, and he could go, wait a minute. I'm going to find Freddy, and I can take him to justice, because I am a big fan of justice.
Yes.
But Lou's just in the bushes somewhere.
What?
Sorry, you guys.
What if Freddy, when he killed Lou, he said, looks like we got ourselves a Lou who? Zaher. Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey in a few years from now? Oh, my God, Freddy, you're a trendsetter.
Or what if he was like,
you win some, you lose some.
That's great.
Oh, my goodness.
Or I've heard of R&B music, but this guy's more like a Lou Balls crying tears because he's Lou Rawls.
Oh,
sign us up,
Robert Englund. If you need any one-liners,
we got you, baby.
That was off the top of the dome.
We just made that up.
Just off the top of the
top
dome.
ham level.
Top ham. I'm trying to think anything else. Just two quick things before we leave the house. We mentioned it before. Wonderful claw acting, but the shot is, and it's just for us, the viewers, and that's why I love it. It's a shot outside of their house. The mom and the two adult twins. A claw rises from the bushes, seen by no one except us, the viewers.
But it scrapes the electrical box.
Oh, yes. That's a little bit.
Sparks show.
And a vase shatters.
Okay, now hold on. That's really scary. What you just said gave me chills. It scratches the metal at such a high frequency that a glass vase inside the house explodes.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's some nightmare shit.
That's Freddy's nightmare. There you go. Freddy's claw from the bushes. Ooh.
The vigilante mob goes back to the boiler room. The whole thing feels like they rearranged scenes, by the way. It feels like they were at a location, but it's like that something feels wrong there.
Yeah, they I guess they're in the same clothes, so they must have made a pit stop for weapons. They're armed to the teeth.
Yeah, but that's after they're already there the first time.
That is true.
Look, we could use our Ouija board and conjure Toby Hooper back from hell and see if he understands.
Push it.
But I have a feeling I have a feeling we're not going to get a straight answer from him.
He's too deep in the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. But they're in the boiler room and Freddy Krueger comes out, and this is where he does this. He starts doing this new thing where he says, "You think you was gonna get rid of me? Oh no, yeah. You think you was gonna get rid of me? Like, it's like, so what? He's a fucking Bowery boy.
Oh yeah.
The whole
gangster.
episode he starts talking like a hey, what? You thought you was gonna get rid of me? Nah,
not Fred Krueger.
Not old Fred Krueger.
Not Mr. Krugs. I mean, I'm eternal. I'm forever. Good Lord.
You thought you was gonna get rid of me, huh? Well, I oughta. But the cop, what do you? This sequence is marvelous, by the way. When the vigilante mob enacts justice.
So right. Oh yes. So the mob, and I could have this wrong. The mob showed up to the boiler room. The van
and they go back to the
gone.
cop's house.
Then they went to the cop, and I'm constantly going, how did the mob, and whatever. But the mob knew where Freddy was, and then the mob knew where to go.
They
to the
know
cop's
he's
house.
not here now. Even though we found no corpses.
He must be at the cop's house.
Lou!
Mr. Blockers. Oh my God, where is Lou? Justice.
Lou!
# justice for Lou. And then they decide, all right. Oh, and may I also say one thing? Freddy's famous ice cream truck that we've established is parked on the other side of the street from the house. I don't know. Ice cream trucks tend to stick out. It's a little. And the mob is rushing towards the house. And I just imagine Freddy creeping across. I don't know how are they missing him. And it's okay. That's their journey. And that's fine. But and then,
let me tell you what was happening. The crowd, you see, was in the way. Now, night has fallen.
Right.
You know about nighttime.
Yeah, you're trying to set the scene there.
No, it's the opposite of daytime.
Yes. Yeah.
And Buck Dharma once said, I love the night. I kind of agree with that.
Toby, I'm so worried about that vein. It looks like it is about
No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
It is pulsing.
No, just hit me on the back a couple of times if I start to say things that don't make any sense.
That's been this entire time, sir.
I don't look. You're saying things that I don't understand. Oh.
Did you ever think about having the ice cream truck play music as Freddy drove away?
Well, years ago, I was back doing some blow with Zelda Rubinstein in the stages of Poltergeist over at MGM. And Frank Marshall, who's known as Dr. Fantasy at the time, came over and he said, Toby, Zelda, what's going on? And I said, nothing. I got the job.
Was it nice working with Mr. Spielberg?
I gotta go.
All right.
Anyway, nice to see you.
Smells of sulfur in here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the pits of hell.
Yeah.
Bye, Mr. Hooper.
No problems. Great seeing you again.
Oh, man.
God, it stinks in here.
I farted.
We're just gonna have like 10-minute digressions of Toby Hooper talking.
Ladies
sorry,
and gentlemen.
everyone.
It's gonna be fun.
Buckle up.
So
okay.
the mob justice. So mob has gone initially to the power plant, Fallout Factory. Then they decide, well, Freddy's not here. He must be trying to kill Blocker. Lou gets killed, and then they go there. Freddy sneaks by in his ice cream truck and vamooses back to his factory. And the mob says, we're gonna take him out.
Yeah.
And so the mob chases after Freddy, arrives at the factory,
And Lieutenant Blocker is right on their heels.
yes.
And he shows up, and they're all about to take Freddy out with the shotgun, and he's asking them to go ahead and do it. And Lieutenant Blocker shows up, and he says, hey!
Whoa, guys.
You all want to be on the same level as this piece of dirt?
Guys, I am an agent of justice.
And he has this great line where he looks behind him, and he goes, Doc, look at you. You're a dentist, not an executioner.
And I had a moment where I went, a dentist, I wonder if that'll pay off later. It's odd to say, what if perhaps, hey, Terrence, you're a carpenter, not an executioner. Barbara, you're...
Look, it doesn't matter what
job
job
description. Not of you are executioners, right?
That line's always going to be weird. Why couldn't you just say, like, Doc, look at you. You're a member of society. You're not a murdering executioner. But instead he reminds him that, Doc, you're a dentist.
And dentists don't kill.
And it's...
I don't care what Corbin Burnson tells you. Dentists do not kill. Yeah, they're like, oh, we snuck that in. I'm sure someone is like, we got to set this dentist thing up. Maybe
years from now, we're going to make a movie called The Dentist. The guy does kind of look like Corbin.
He does a little bit. So yes, you have your protagonist Blocker, the agent of justice that has sworn, I am going to do things the right way. I am not.
He's torn up about the law.
Yes, I wrote down I'm taking him away clean and legal, and this has been his entire MO, and
right as we're realizing that this is his MO, we get a close up of Freddy Krueger teeth. He's been eating some nutty buddies.
He might have gotten into that little Ben Nye tooth.
Yeah, he definitely has been eating grease paint. let's just the black, that skinny black crayon that's wrapped in a gold foil that you throw away when you buy a makeup kit. He's smeared it on his teeth.
Like we gotta make him look. And that's also funny that like. Well, we got to make his teeth gross. We got to make the audience. We don't like the audience. We really want to show how gross he is. It's like we're good. We're set. He's fine.
The idea, I guess, is that burning is what made his teeth completely separate from the gums. Like how Freddy Krueger looks typically.
Interesting.
Anyway, we learn that living human being Fred Krueger is forever.
I am forever.
I am.
Forever. Oh, how?
Sorry, we were just having a conversation about not killing. What was that?
What was that? Oh, I'm forever. Shit. If you guys want to,
maybe a couple of weeks. But that's the final straw.
Yes,
because the cop grabs it.
So this agent of justice. I'm always a big fan of, all right, big character turns. We got to see what is the thing that made our hero, Lieutenant Blocker, this agent of justice, Freddy, makes a threat against Blocker's daughters. I forget it exactly, but you have nice daughters. Yeah. Not done with them yet.
Yeah.
And
I hope they're enjoying their being mothers to other children because they're fully grown.
You have beautiful adult children.
Just letting you know.
And so the rational thing, Blocker picks up a full...
he hands over his flashlight.
He does hand over it.
Well.
He's going to need 2 hands for
hold
this. He picks up a full gas can.
In the fallout shelter.
Because you want to keep it near, just in case. You got to fill up your ice cream truck somehow.
Sure.
And proceeds to pour it all over a very excited Freddy, a very willing Freddy.
Well, and Blocker says, law is the law, but tonight, the law's on vacation. Where do you think the law would vacate?
Okay, the law, I would say the law is very, where would you go to get loose? Like Cabo San Lucas? Is that a place? Where's I'm going to say Jamaica, maybe.
Jamaica.
I think something very beach coastal, because, the law is very strict and rule-oriented. Mm-hmm. So what about you? Do you have any law vacations?
I think that the law would vacation probably, I'm gonna say somewhere in the close to the hemisphere where it's hot and sticky, and you could just wear a white linen shirt unbuttoned and just dance the night away.
Ooh.
You know.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, the law is very formal. So
of course.
It can loosen up.
Standard. I think it'd probably be a cruise ship. Take a cruise.
Why is the law on vacation, Lieutenant Blocker? What?
Well, it had points, and it just needed to use them.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
It's got a Discover card, and Hilton
Guys will
pays
be
off.
back in a week. It's going to be great.
Don't worry about it.
So then he proceeds, after deciding that the law is indeed on vacation, that I'm going to pour gas all over a very willing Freddy Krueger.
Instead of taking him in.
Yes, you could take him in right then and there. We'll find out about Lou.
And what does he say? Do you know some of Freddy's one-liners in this?
What I like to think is that Robert Englund's like, I got a couple. I'm gonna try to fit in as many as I can. So I have, I'm thirsty. I also have, oh, you missed a spot. I think he says something about a cookout.
Gonna have a cookout, huh?
Giving
Just do you need any buns? You need me to bring anything?
Flame on. Oh, it's a hot time in the anybody a Buster Poindexter fan? We're going deep dive. And I wonder if there is somewhere on the cutting room floor just a solid 2 to 3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes. Just let me go.
Gas.
Just let me go, Toby.
Oh, gas prices are killer. Just again and again. Man, I really do enjoy.
He says I'd rather burn up than fade away.
And he says that, I believe, while engulfed in
flames.
I love that he's still on fire. He's like, wait, I got a couple more. Oh shit!
He points.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
I'm free. Is what he says.
And I feel like all the mob people would be like, I'm unclear. You're on fire.
That was really weird.
He said he kept screaming he was free.
He's free.
I don't know.
He is. He was free from court, and we killed him.
We murdered him. We set him on fire.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I love the idea that this mob was there to attack, and then the guy kills him violently, and then immediately turns to him and goes, "We're all into this together.
No cops.
No cop. We're all in this together.
You're a cop. No cops.
It's like we're too late. And also, I would love for one mob member to be like, "You set that guy on fire, bro."
You poured. Later on, he says, "I threw the match." I was like, no. You gave someone your flashlight. You picked up a can of gasoline. You dumped it on the guy. And then you lit him on fire. It wasn't all of it. It was really just one of us.
Look, I gotta say, I just have I'm gonna be honest. I'm a member of the mob. Yes, I just have a flashlight. What was I gonna do?
We all thought it was a little extreme.
Yeah, this guy's got a baseball bat.
Ted here was yelling, "Tickle him, tickle him."
Laughter's the best medicine. Maybe we can reach him.
We just thought he just needed a good old giggle.
But you set him on fire.
That's a little rough. It's a little rough. No, I understand, but we all need to agree right now. Where did the law go on vacation? We need to get our stories straight.
They're going to ask us.
When it cuts to the bumper of Freddy Krueger saying, "That was then, this is now," he's sitting Indian style on the floor.
I didn't notice.
It's really with his head down.
Well,
they left me here alone. Oh, just a kid. Wish I had a kitten in my lap. Well,
come on, Fred. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
That was then. But he cuts his chest open.
Blood.
Green and red blood oozes out. And I was like, ew.
Ew. It's gross.
And the TV was like, and I was like, oh.
And Freddy was all like, bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
And I was like, ooh, scary.
And Toby was like, ah. So now we're in part 2 of the story.
Yes. So, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Now, listeners at home, remember the setup of the dentist.
Yeah, remember it. It's very important.
This is a well-seeded payoff. Right on. I'm trying to think. Dr. Grant's Velociraptor speech in Jurassic Park, just expertly planting that seed that later you go, oh, that's why.
It's Chekhov's chipped tooth.
Chekhov's chipped tooth. When he got that chipped tooth, I was like, oh, it's coming into print.
Oh, there it goes.
I get it.
Yeah,
If
Chekhov's
you chip a
dentist.
tooth in Act 1, you've got to get it filled by Act 2. Or else the audience feels disappointed.
So Lieutenant Blocker gets Freddy handed in a box. Pops
Yes.
out. Actually, pretty
Effective. I will be honest. Got me.
me too. It was a good jump scare.
I would like to point out that a postman does deliver it.
With a mustache.
Yes, that wasn't the reporter.
Newscaster?
Was it the newscaster?
I don't know.
I just like the idea of, I like the idea that it went through the mail. Yeah, and I understand that it's
And
his,
he's living in Freddy's house.
Yes, I understand
Well,
that it's his.
But I thought Freddy lived in a fallout shelter. It's very unclear.
I have a few houses, and I do have a vacation house.
I invest in real estate.
Boiler rooms. I got boiler rooms all over the
I'm a
country.
real Donald Trump.
But I love that the dream package does show up by postman.
I do
He
too.
doesn't just
I do
he
too.
doesn't I just think like the shot is Brandon wakes up in his bed, hears a knock at his door, goes, opens it, and discovers the package. They're like,
No, there's a guy shows up and drops it off.
it went through the mail.
Yeah, you're right. You know,
It's just a
you
strange
could cut that.
it's a strange choice. I love it.
I'm
It's-
sure if we ask Toby, there's a reason. I love though when the cop wakes up from that nightmare. I don't. This is like really weird that I noticed this, but the way his wife slinks into the frame, she's like a lazy cobra. She just
like
goes-
a lazy cobra.
just like pops around his shoulder. She's like, "It's okay," but she says, "Here's where we go back to this like contradictory in the same statement." She goes, "You didn't kill a man. You killed a mindless thing," and then he says, "Law doesn't care about the difference between the two," and she says, "Well, I do." No, okay. Well, I guess we're all set.
We're back to the laws of the law.
Hey, as long as you can differentiate between the two, we don't have to worry about a jury.
Oh, my wife said it was fine.
My wife said it was fine. She told me. She snuck up on me like a cobra, and she told me it was fine.
It's fine. And also, I suppose, Brandon, the law's back from vacation.
Oh yeah,
Because he says, hey, the law's the law.
yeah.
I set him on fire. And
And you know, it's weird. Jamaica was hot.
it
was hot. It was sweaty. It was sticky. I couldn't stay
couldn't
dry.
relax. So I'm back.
Yeah, weird. They just let iguanas roam around your cabana.
I don't want to see that.
They ate my sandwich. I had a turkey club. They ate it. The iguana grabbed it, ate it.
I paid for that. And also,
It wasn't all inclusive, like they said it was. By the way,
also Lou is still outside, rotting in the bushes. Brandon,
he never told me he liked that fried chicken.
He never gave the plate back.
He didn't
I know
ask
it was a paper
for
plate.
second.
He didn't say thank you.
Tim, what kind of man doesn't ask for seconds of my fried chicken?
Oh, Lou.
Lieutenant Blocker gets a note
Oh, yes.
from Freddy that says, "I'm burning in hell. Wish you was here." Actually, it says, "Wish you were here." And Freddy Bowery boys it again in the delivery. Goes, "Wish you was here. Yeah, wish you was here.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't catch that.
Hope you like this flash paper."
I was gonna say, I was like, okay, so the dreams, okay, Brandon, you've your conscience is eating at you about this thing, this vigilante justice you did.
Yes.
You're having nightmares, they're keeping you up. You do awake with strange claw marks on your face, but that could have been maybe during your nightmare. Maybe you clawed yourself.
My cobra wife.
Your
got
cobra
me.
wife took a bite at you.
Thanks.
This note burst into flames.
Yes.
This is not a dream. What is happening right now? He's awake.
No, but actually, Jack,
is he asleep?
It is a dream. I found out on a fourth view. I realized that
my
this whole
gosh.
sequence is a dream
It's turning
because we find out, not to jump ahead too far,
please.
that because that's when the deputy's like, "No, the FBI's coming." And he's like, "I'm losing it." He says that a lot.
Okay. Yes, he's
but
always losing.
the FBI is not coming.
Right. Okay. Then
So I think it's all a dream.
I retract
so
my
there
entire
is,
argument.
Yeah. Yep.
It was just cool flash paper.
Yeah. Very scary.
Nothing scarier than magic.
So the cop says he admits that he killed this guy in cold blood, and his deputy is just like,
Shit happens. Hey, sometimes you gotta bend the law.
the law's the law, but sometimes you gotta kill a guy in cold blood.
Sometimes you gotta douse him in gasoline, set him on fire.
I don't make the rules. I just
bend
enforce
'em.
them. And then I bend them when I need to. Okay, it's a rubber reality situation.
I really enjoy his. I wrote his name down.
Steve Gutenberg.
It is Steve Gutenberg.
Would you want to see
Oh my God, Gutenberg?
Fred Krueger going after the Police Academy cast? Like Police Academy, and the plot line is
Police Academy's hunting down Fred
Yes.
Krueger. They catch him. Do they vigilante him? And then he's stalking them in their dreams.
Yes.
I desperately want to see all
Tackleberry fighting Freddy.
Tackleberry. Oh, guns
Michael
galore.
Winslow.
Michael, oh, making sound of. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. A high tower, just boom, boom.
Yes.
Brandon, I'm 100% into
Okay,
this.
let's write that. Police Academy
Police
reboot.
Academy 7,
We'll just
8.
That'd be 8.
That'd be 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
Citizens on. We'll
workshop that. If you have any suggestions, leave it for us in the comments. So they go. The deputy's like, "Well, look, I hid this smoldering corpse in a junkyard for you."
Yes, so I took the corpse from the boiler factory to the nearby junkyard. Took my welding gear.
I welded the thing shut. Hey, don't worry about it.
I got it.
I dragged a whole the whole thing. Okay, it's a couple of tanks,
propane
it's
tank,
a hand truck,
my welder's mask.
Yeah,
you gotta be safety.
You got the cabling, the wire, the hose,
and then I had to hook in all the power source.
Bring it. Makes a lot of noise. There's a lot of bright light and sparking and all of that. But I took this corpse, flung it over my shoulder, and
I had to make a few trips.
Okay, I made a few trips. I did.
I'll
admit it. I risked that. Okay, all right, but I did the job. I sealed it shut. And then the guy goes, "Let's open it." He goes, "Okay." And he takes a crowbar.
He's like, I'll be honest, I did kind of a shitty job on the welding.
Yeah, would you weld with fucking bubble gum?
Yeah, well, just pop that off.
Big League Chew, bitch.
And in that trunk,
nothing but scritches.
Nothing but claw marks. He really went nuts with his top,
did.
bottom,
He
all
did.
over.
And I kept thinking again about the logic, but then I realized all of this is a dream.
Ah, yes. You have, you know what? You've really cleared things up for me.
Well, it's a great show.
It's great. You can tell the show's greatness by the fourth rewatch. You go, I get it.
God damn.
I get it now.
This is solid. So they get a phone call that there's been a body discovered in the boiler room.
Oh.
And they go back and they realize there is in fact a body that has died from a ripped shirt.
A bloody
Somebody
ripped
ripped his shirt and he died.
Claw marks. Which later, what did he say?
Well, somebody said something about him having a heart attack.
That is Blocker. I wrote that one down. He freaked. He had a heart attack. You know the heart attack where your heart tries to claw its way out of your
No,
chest?
he just got his shirt ripped.
He just got his shirt ripped,
He got that from
guys.
Saks Fifth Avenue. It cost him $322.
It's the style. It's the bloody ripped.
There was a time where you could buy those like ripped kind of shirts.
Like who farted shirt? Oh my god.
So the cop continues to lose it. Blocker continues to lose his shit, and his wife tells him another just golden nugget of wisdom. She says, "Tim, you're not a murderer."
You kinda are,
No,
Tim. I'm
not
sorry.
Kind of. These people are the ultimate enablers. Everybody in Springwood is just like, well,
maybe she's the secret. What you did was fine. Oh, very, very Lady Macbeth. Yes.
Tim, you're not a murderer.
Let's not go back to New York, Tim.
Yeah.
Let's stay in Springwood.
okay, Tim, yes, you killed a man in cold blood, but you're not a murderer.
You're not. I think there's a line. Anybody would have done the same thing in your position. I don't know.
Well, it seems like everybody in town is like, yeah, the only people that wouldn't are the feds. I guess. But we've neglected. He does chip his tooth in a nightmare sequence.
Yes. Did you? So he has delivered his girls to school. There's some trauma there with her.
She's a singer.
Poor. Oh, 1, 2. Poor
thing.
Poor thing.
Poor girl.
She's doing her best.
Not the character.
God love her.
The woman. the 23-year-old woman.
Freddy's. It takes all kinds. So he's driving. Did you happen to catch? So he is driving, and all of a sudden, ice cream truck. Freddy's ice cream truck.
Yeah, but I couldn't understand what he says.
Oh, I am very excited.
Oh my god! Because I 4 times I saw this thing and I couldn't understand it.
I had to turn the subtitles on.
Okay.
And according to the Tubi subtitles. So I want. Let me see. Okay. Brandon's face is like a child on Christmas. Okay. So the setup for this is Freddy is driving an ice cream truck directly at this gentleman's car. Here, chicky, chicky, chicky. Here, chicky, chicky, chicky. Now that might have worked for Lou because Lou had the chicken.
He had the
but
chicken.
He had the chicken. Maybe he's just like he's a one-liner behind. He's like working on them. He's like,
oh yeah,
that's a good one. The next one, I'm really gonna get him. Okay, head-on ice cream collision pun. Cone. Oh, a traffic cone. Is there something there? Oh shoot. I'll get to a scoop. Who wants a?
How's this for freezer burn?
Oh, nice. Very lovely. Free cone. Traffic cone. Trying something there. There's something that we'll workshop it.
Uh-oh, looks like a push-up pop of death. Here, chicky, chicky, chicky.
Wait, no. That makes perfect sense.
Oh, no, I get it. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Chicky, chicky,
No,
chicky.
you're referencing the chicken from earlier.
And I mean, I guess are they saying they're playing?
Oh, he's playing chicken?
But he didn't give him enough time. Chicken is more like, I'm there and we're going.
No, he just goes, oh fuck, there's a car in front of me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hey, it'll do.
Go. We got to do it. We got
Robert,
5 days.
anything you got, Robert?
Yeah. We could just ADR this later. No.
Do it now.
This is the line. Think of it like a play. It's like a play. We don't. All right. So this cop is losing his shit. His wife is still trying to just calm him down, and she offers him this blowjob talk.
Yes,
which is
highly
talk about sexy.
Oh boy,
this is what you want to think of when your significant other is performing oral sex on you. She says this: "Just relax. Hey, come on." She says, "Don't worry. It's all right. You're an honest cop. No one's gonna arrest a cop."
Just as she snakes her way down. Shit, Brandon, she does a lot of snaking in this.
She's
Just
a fucking
drifting
cobra.
Down.
Telling you,
You're in. You're
telling
onto
you.
something. And then
this will pay off.
I did write down blowjob dead man walking because he then goes. So while his wife is doing things, he at least it inferred that he now envisions himself on death row, sort of walking down, but walking towards a room with his daughters. And so, not an execution, not like an electric chair, but
it's got a bunch of Twizzlers on it.
Yeah,
and they're shaking.
Jangling.
You just picture there's a guy back there going like this.
You sure this is gonna work, Toby?
It's really fucking scary.
Blowjob scares.
Oh no, the whole concept is he's getting his blowjobbed, and he's dreaming about Twizzlers. You know.
We're gonna build it. Build the
Action.
Twizzler chair. Oh, we're going. Shake that chair. Shake that chair. God damn it.
Do you wanna say cut, Toby?
No, I'm uncircumcised myself.
Just keep rolling. We're gonna go ahead.
Yeah. So he's got a jangly electric chair, and he does this thing that I always feel so terrible for actors when they have to do it. He has to scream no.
Yes.
And they let him complete the no. No!
Was that good?
Do we want
to
cut on in the middle of the note? They do a slow fade. You see him like end it and go, like he's waiting for the cut, which happens a few more times in this episode. We get another. We're back to the sister who does nothing but sing. This poor girl.
The breakfast scene.
Yeah, he told me you killed him.
I was like, oh, that doesn't quite scan with the meter. He told me that you killed him.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Dun, 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 dun,
Fred
dun, dun.
Krueger. He told me you killed him.
You covered him in gasoline and then lit the match, and he said that you gave someone. I was like, oh no, you guys want to? Do you want to take another pass at this? Try to make it a little bit more in the cadence of the. It's gonna be fine. Oh,
I always love it. This is like a thing that I notice in movies, like especially in horror movies, when like they can't clear a song, so they ask the actor to just like sing a song.
Oh,
make up their own song. They do it like in Halloween. I think twice in Halloween. I feel like Jamie Lee Curtis has to sing a song, and then the other girl sings a song about Paul. Oh, Paul.
Like, oh, they're not songwriters.
And then there's another great one. My favorite of all time.
Oh boy,
is in Friday the 13th Part 5: A New Beginning. These two greaser characters.
Is that the
No, but that's in the same movie.
No, I would say actually
that's probably my favorite of all time.
That one is actually like it
Miguel.
It's kind of ooh baby,
ooh baby, ooh baby, ooh baby. And the girl goes, hey baby, hey baby, ooh baby, ooh baby.
Got the rhythm to it. Got
baby,
the
ooh baby.
Oh.
Okay, but in the same movie,
yes,
these two greaser characters go do this. The guy's trying to start his car, and he's going. And the guy's like fixing the car, and he's like, "Come on and start the fucking car already. Start it." He's like, "Rat tat tat, a tooty tooty Rudy, start the fucking car. What the fuck's your fucking problem? A doody toot toot. Oh, root toot tooty. Fuck you, fucking start the fucking car." And like, guys,
I've completely forgotten about this.
Oh my god, it's great. It's kind of like what this girl has to do here.
Like just
11, 12. There's a guy outside who brought some milk. He says he's the milkman. Looks like my other sister. Is he my real dad? Oh. Got my acceptance letter at fucking graduate school. By the way, I graduated from college 10 years ago.
They have a line in there about like, oh, she talked. And I'm like, oh, she communicates through song pretty well.
Yeah,
she's doing. If you have a song in your heart, you gotta sing it.
You gotta sing it.
You gotta.
It's just like it's like Sister Act when that nun just can sing great.
Back in the habit.
Back in the habit.
A great mug shatter.
Breaks the mug. He breaks the mug.
Just breaks it.
You ever?
Shatter that, and also you think you would hold a mug by the handle?
No, he's holding it like
because it's a breakaway mug, so he's got to I gotta shatter that thing.
Incredible.
Oh,
and then we have 10 minutes of the sister dragging the other sister out of the scene. It takes her like 10 minutes. She's just like, "Come on, Mary.
Goodness,
come on!" Dragging the girl won't leave. She's staring at it, dragging her, and they keep the scene going. Drags her out of the chair, gets her books and her bag. Come on.
This is them through the school. We gotta go to science. Come on,
Jack. Not since Kramer versus Kramer has family drama been so honestly depicted in film.
Goodness gracious.
Anyway,
the scene.
Tim Blocker skulks out after claiming that Fred Krueger owns this place.
Oh yeah.
And then here's another example of
poisoned.
Them not saying cut.
Oh, I forgot.
The wife goes, "What's the matter with him?"
Yes.
Oh, God, what's the matter with him? ×2. She says it twice.
×2.
End the scene, Toby. Cut. This poor girl. All of them.
Help them.
Do something.
Toby. She did. Yes, just show. You could just show the look as he goes away. This point, they're trying. Everybody's trying.
Oh, everybody but Toby.
Oh,
all right. We're at the home stretch, guys.
Hang in there. Here we
go. The last 5 minutes. We get. This is it.
Remember the dentist setup.
Now, when you say the dentist setup, what are you referring to?
Okay, early on with the mob, we had the moment
Uh-huh.
where he said, Doc, you're a dentist.
Not an executioner.
Not an executioner.
Ah.
And
When
during
they find the shirt rip guy, he says, ow, my tooth.
And right, we forgot to. Yes, when they discovered the shirt rip guy that had the heart attack, that his heart clawed its way out.
Brand new shirt.
He's Doc has got to get a sip of booze. Takes out a flask, slams it down. Double
As
hand.
if he's never done it before in his life.
Double handing, almost like a child. The way a child
No, I'm not a
drinks
drinker.
water.
Look, I'm not a drinker.
I invested in a flask just for this moment.
Yeah, Toby, what do you want me to do? Toby? See, he's not here?
Just hold it with both hands.
And then Blocker says, "Give me that." Takes the thing, takes a sip.
Takes a sip too on duty.
Ooh, yeah, on duty. Goodness great. He's drinking quite a lot and then leaving to drive.
Oh yeah, his
He's
Miller
always-
Life. He doesn't.
That high life,
He
man.
doesn't
He's-
like it. It
he's
hurts
living
him.
the
He
high life.
Chucks it across the room,
Eh.
but not in a way that it won't go too far off the stage.
Yeah, maybe.
And like make a mess for the PAs to clean up.
Try to throw it right.
Just
here.
try to get it right
we
there.
got like a towel, right?
Yeah.
Just try to. Yeah.
For the only time in history of film that I actually think that the prop drink had liquid in it. By the way,
That is great. It does splish and
Yeah,
splash a
so-
little bit,
hey,
but
brilliant.
after he takes the slug from the flask, ooh,
Ow,
little tooth pain.
Yeah.
Hey, come by. I'll fix that up. Oh, set up. This is sort of this is like Act 2 of the dentist saga. So Act 1, the executioner. Act 2, I was on site. And also, I am still, I want to give the series, I want to keep it positive. I am not a legal expert. I don't know why this dentist is at a crime scene. I mean, I know that occasionally we have to identify some dental records, but I'm pretty sure the way that works would be that the cops.
Oh, detective dentist.
Detective dentist! This is our next show. A lot of decay in this city, and I'm here.
And I'm just the
Doctor.
doctor. Fill it in with
Time
other-
for a cavity search. Ah!
Oh.
But now, so he goes by the doc's office to
Tell
what?
him I'm leaving town. I'm moving. I'm
out.
moving out like Billy Joel.
I just got to say goodbye to my dentist. He's a good guy. I love that guy. They set him up.
This
Their
is the
friendship.
age before Yelp reviews. You had to just go say goodbye to your dentist. And he does, but the dentist convinces him to just get that 5 minutes is all it's
5
going to take to replace your tooth.
You know that dentist, chip tooth, 5 minutes
Look.
in and out.
You know me, detective dentist. I not only can solve crime,
I have
I can heal teeth in 5 minutes. Come on.
a chip tooth. Come on.
Come on in.
This.
What is this?
Get back here.
Oh, come on.
So he's checked in and brought into the dentist office by Mary Ann, the assistant.
And he immediately becomes a fucking pervert. Imagining her fucking in her black panties and
Good
bra.
Lord. What a crazy. So they put in the nasal, the cannula. Oh, and you saw that it will that
Magically appears.
keep an eye for the viewers at home.
This is not a dream
yes.
yet.
It just
It just pops in there.
one frame.
No, it
not-
can't be bothered with continuity. Come on. Come on.
We gotta go.
We got 5 days.
44 episodes, boys. We gotta go.
And then she injects him with fucking sodium.
pen. I don't think that's a dentist thing.
It's truth serum.
It's church term.
But hey.
Whatever floats your boat. you know?
Again, I can see how that would work. Like if we're talking like interrogation, cop-related
Yes.
drama.
Yes.
But no, this is we're at a dentist all of a
There
sudden.
was a moment where I thought, I think I know what the reveal is going to be. I thought he had been sent to lethal injection. I thought, okay.
Ooh.
Oh, and he thought he was in the dentist chair, and then he snaps out of the dream. He's like, oh, I'm safe. Oh, no. The needle's going in.
That would be
Okay,
excellent.
we talked earlier. So if this whole episode is about justice and about vigilante justice and about a person that goes against their code of vigilante
Vacationing law.
vacationing law, vacation lawyer,
Follow it right after
Friday,
Dr. Dentist.
Dr. Dentist, followed by vacation lawyer. Tune in, TGIF.
In stereo.
Our live studio audience. So he's injected with the sodium truth serum, and then he starts to this gives him the ability to see through Marianne's clothes.
He says it immediately, and she immediately within seconds, and she just brushes it off as like, well,
that's the usual.
everybody says that to me.
Everybody. That's why I wear these sexy silky black panties. It's like, wait, what?
No, this is the required outfit here.
Yeah. The dentist is a pervert.
I'm a sex slave.
Please help me.
Help.
There's been terrible murders in Springwood. Springwood is a waking nightmare, and our police force is lighting people on fire. Help.
She makes him count down from 10.
Yes.
He gets to about 5, and then suddenly Freddy shows up with his 1, 2.
1, 2. I'm like, yes, you brought this up. You're like, start at 5. So it's a beautiful 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Oh,
no, he starts at 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
1, 2. Like, wait, but we were at 5.
Oh, we're
Hold
at 5.
on.
We're not there yet.
Oh, and Freddy's like 1, 2. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I jumped on your line.
I'm
Sorry, bitch.
Go ahead. Sorry, bitch. Go ahead and take it again. That was keep rolling. And so, sure enough, Dr. Dentist Freddy.
Yeah,
The
he says,
whole-
those teeth. Oh, those teeth, he says. Tell me when it doesn't hurt.
Ooh.
And then his glove turns into a bunch of fucking nightmare instruments, buzzsaws. And he shoves his hand into this dipshit's mouth. His teeth start spraying everywhere. Freddy gets one in his mouth, spits it right back out into his mouth,
Robert,
into the other guy's mouth.
Staying in character, beautiful.
What do you think those teeth were?
That's a great question. They looked. I mean, they had some clickety clack. They had some heft to them. They had some kind of clickety clackety. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I wonder what they used.
Well, so Tobe Hooper, if you remember, he directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
So those were real teeth.
Real teeth.
100%.
Yeah, real bones, real teeth.
I got a guy. That's real easy. I got a guy.
Up next is Poltergeist.
Yeah, look, you need baby teeth. I can get you baby teeth.
Any kind of bones, really.
Yeah, any bones, if you know what I mean. I think you do.
Toby. Oh.
Ah!
He just painfully drifts away.
Oh, I feel bad, but we love Tobe Hooper. But
It's great. It's just too good.
It's too.
A nice one-liner in retaliation. That Blocker says, "You're dead." Freddy comes back with,
Big deal.
I don't know if that scans, but sure.
You're dead. Big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal.
Yeah, seriously. I don't recognize you at all.
Yes. That's
Well, to be fair,
That
you
re-
are wearing
that
the same
sweater?
thing you wore in court.
that's why. Hey, we got to set up this sweater. We have to for moment 1.
Yeah. Take the hat off. I think it's the hat. The hat. I just can't. I have a problem with faces and hats.
Oh, it's Freddy Krueger.
Oh, you. Huh. I will say this. Freddy, we're in Freddy 4 makeup territory.
Yeah.
That makeup looks the best Freddy ever. He looks great.
Yeah.
He looks scary, spitting teeth. It's great. I love that moment. And he says, "Now there's a smile that any mother would love." Or what is it? Something like
I think
that?
he says every mother. I think every mother would love.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
And the guy
cool.
dies in the chair.
In
That's
the chair?
it. Dirk Blocker's dead. Or Lieutenant
Cockblocker?
Cockblocker's
Lieutenant
dead.
Cockblocker. Was it Tom Blocker?
Tim.
Lieutenant Tim.
Tim Blocker
Tim,
and
Tim,
his
Tim.
wife, Cobra.
Honey.
And
Yeah. So Tim.
and the nurse is so devastated that she's trying to give him CPR, and Freddy closes the door, literally.
on
His
our
glove reaches in, and there's a door there, it closes it, and it opens.
And then
back
it kind
up
of
again.
opens it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It didn't latch, bitch.
It didn't quite latch, yeah. Something. It was just not framed right. But hey,
Hey.
5 days. And then he says, what does he say?
Oh, shoot! It ends with the he starts saying,
That was his nightmare. but
yeah. Who's
next?
Who's next? Is it you? And he points off camera.
Points off camera probably to like the grip, some grip.
And then he moves into complete shadow where we can't see
He
his
has
one-
light. He has a strip of light on his eyes.
I think it was that damn fedora. But yeah, the final thing when he looks directly into the camera, I suppose, because you can't see him, he says, or one of you.
yeah. And
He's like, was he talking about me? I
couldn't see his eyes. I'm sorry.
couldn't see his eyes. Can we?
Oh.
Well. And then he does a little claw business on his way out.
Yep. Saunters off. And that's the end of the episode. And Jack, any questions?
What is Freddy's nightmare? I think the big one is at the core of it. I do think it's a great story, that idea. You know, if Freddy is a victim, or not a victim, but Freddy was affected by vigilante justice, that's a great story. If there is one cop that is like, no, we're doing this the right way. Ultimately, something happens that causes him to let the law go on vacation. And then he does, and he gets his comeuppance to Jamaica. I would think that, okay, this is going to wrap around with maybe him getting arrested, and it is pinned on him, and he does wind up in the chair. But the dentist thing it feels like two separate episodes. Like perhaps
Give me a dentist episode.
yeah, give me a guy that
Wait. What was did you just say? What was the idea that the idea that he
he thinks it's a dentist, and then it fades into, oh no, you're actually in the chair.
he's in the electric chair. He is being put to death, and it ends with him sitting in the electric chair, saying, "It's just a dream.
It's just a dream.
I'm gonna wake up. It's just a
my
dream."
God, that would be amazing if he thinks he's escaped from Freddy in this dentist dream. He's like, I'm finally safe.
And then Freddy fucking
the
pulls
clawed hand grabs onto the electro.
yeah, and then he goes, "Now that's fried chicken."
Chicky.
Jack, when you did that last Freddy quip,
Oh,
you
no.
went full pirate.
Oh.
Your one eye crossed in on itself.
I can't control what happens to me. It's I gotta do the thing. I gotta be it. I have to.
You know, Freddy would have a parrot that is a skeleton parrot.
Ooh, that would be so.
I want to see Pirate Freddy so bad. Well, that was the pilot episode of Freddy's Nightmares. I have no idea how long we went. This was long. I think that was our intention, was to not make it so long, but we couldn't help ourselves.
It just gave us too much.
It did. It was just gold. The gift that keeps on giving. God bless you if you're listening still. If you're doing this. Oh, we got to rate this thing.
Yes.
On a scale of
on a scale
a
of
whole
what?
new rating system here.
Oh, exciting. Very
Okay,
exciting.
and we'll do a quick recap of that. But we're rating it on a scale of 1 to 6, but not stars, not Freddy knives. We're rating it on the scale of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies and their popular conception or perception.
Yes,
their perception in popular culture.
Yes.
So, and we're going with the first 6 because it gets just too meta. And then reboot and Freddy
Get
versus
outta here,
Jason.
New
Come on,
Nightmare.
no.
Yeah.
So we're doing the pre, okay. So a perfect film, a perfect rating, a 6 rating is what we're gonna call
A Dream Warriors?
Dream Warriors, because
like
I think people think Dream Warriors is the best.
Very good.
And then lower than that on the next scale, we're gonna go with the OG Nightmare on Elm Street.
Classic.
That's a 5. That's a 5 rating. A 4 rating, we're going to go with the Dream Master because top box office dollars can't be wrong. For the 3, we're going to go with a Freddy's Revenge. And that's the weird, the outlier of the series. A weirdy. A little weirdy. 2 is going to be a Dream Child because a little bit of a slog. And then a 1 is going to be a Freddy's Dead. Freddy's Dud.
Okay. I like that Freddy's Dud.
And maybe we'll come up with even more clever titles for these ratings as we go along. We got a Freddy's Dud.
Freddy's Dud. It's perfect.
Which I just love to say all of a sudden. Freddy's Dud. Freddy's Dud.
Freddy's Dud. Hi, it's me, Freddy's Dud.
Dream, Slog Child. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, on a scale of that, of Freddy's Dud to Dream Warriors, Where does this lie for you?
Oh, let's see.
Jack Holloway.
Oh my goodness. Where's the good? The good, you've got Robert Englund rocking and rolling, doing his crazy Freddy best. You've got some mob justice. You've got some fun Freddy bumpers or not bumpers, but yeah, I like the fake out at the beginning. The plot gets a little wonkety wonkety.
Yeah.
I would say this would fall. Oh, this is tough.
Well, it's tough because we haven't seen any of the other episodes,
So we have nothing to gauge.
If I may.
Yes, please.
Now, here's the deal. These ratings, I am carving them into a stone block.
Yes.
So
Can never change.
you would think they could never change, but I'm telling you right now that because this is experimental, I'll buy a new rock and carve it if we decide to change.
There's tons of rocks out there. We're good to go.
At the end of 44 episodes of the show, we're going to do a full ranking of everything.
Oh, God.
Okay, so for that being said, I'm going to just assume.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to assume. Well, I want to assume that this is as good as it gets.
Oh,
But
lordy.
I also want to be optimistic and hope that we're going to get better. So I'm going to give this an OG.
Interesting. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah?
I think that makes sense.
All right.
There's solid stuff.
We're both giving this an OG Nightmare on Elm Street seal of approval. If that doesn't make sense to you, it's all a dream.
It's all a dream.
Just remember. Okay, well, next up.
Oh, yes. Next up, episode 2 is that It's a Miserable Life?
Yes, it's a Miserable Life, which is, by the way, one of the only episodes I have actually seen.
True.
Because it was on the Blu-ray release for some reason.
Okay.
But that said, I don't remember a whole lot.
True.
So it will be like a fresh viewing for me.
Oh, boy.
I'm very excited.
We're doing this.
And I'm saying,
I'm very interested to see, is No More Mr. Nice Guy, is that like as good as it's going to get? Or
I hope not. I hope not for our sake. And if more, really for your sake.
But hey, this is their journey, and we're discovering it together.
That's
That's
right.
the most exciting thing.
That's right.
We're going to figure this all out. We're going to figure out this show. Yeah.
And that's about it. Oh, my God. I'm scared.
This is wonderful.
It's just a dream. Do you remember the song from, I want to say it's in the first Nightmare on Elm Street song? It's like the chorus, it's like they go, it's just a dream. And the guy goes, no, it's a nightmare.
No.
Oh, yeah, you gotta
amazing.
re-listen to that song.
Oh,
it's just a dream. No, it's a nightmare. It's just a dream. No, I'm telling you, I've had bad dreams.
I'm
this
pretty
is a
sure.
nightmare.
No, you're okay. I'm not.
No.
Whoa.
I told you I was scared.
Oh.
I'm another Bowery boy.
Oh, no, these Bowery boys. It's
Okay.
just a dream that's scary. That's a nightmare.
No, that's called a nightmare. Trust
no,
me.
I'm pretty sure
Trust
it's
me.
just-
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
We have reached peak delirium. We
Ladies
are
and
going to
gentlemen.
start having waking dream nightmares.
If we just keep going.
Yeah.
We just keep going.
We're just
until
gonna. You know what? We're just gonna.
No sleep
Yeah.
until we finish
That's
this
right.
thing.
We're staying awake. We're staying awake for 44 episodes.
I think it would finally make sense.
Do you think we could, if you did back to back? So
Okay.
each episode's 45 minutes long.
Okay.
If we watch them all back to back,
Could we do it?
45
without
minutes long times 44 is what?
It's it'd be under 2 days.
Okay.
Because 45 minutes, if you're saving 15 minutes per 44 episodes, I'd be like a day and a half with my terrible rough estimation of math.
Yeah.
And then we get to the end and we go, why did we just do this?
No, I think the answer will reveal itself at some point during the course of
Folks, if we get 50 likes, then we're going to do it.
You tell us what you want to hear.
You demanded it, and we're doing it.
That's right. You're listening to Boner and Fucknuts on the radio.
You're just in time for the Friday morning fart song.
Here we go. Fuck you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into Primetime Bitch.
This is fun.
I love it.
This is crazy.
We're figuring it out.
We
the
are.
show's
We are.
crazy, and yeah.
And if you've stuck around this long, thank you, and keep listening because it's only going to get better.
Only gonna get better.
Oh, hey, one more time. I'm Brandon Windish.
Oh, I'm Jack Holloway.
And
pleasant dreams
and spooky. No, pleasant dreams and better nightmares. We're
Put it
gonna
on a
work
shirt.
on that.
Put it on a shirt.
Put it on a shirt. Buy it.
We need 44 different tag outs. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Primetime, bitch. It means so much to Brandon, Jack, and your old pal Freddy. Especially me. I fade from existence if you collectively forget about me, so I need the attention. Speaking of, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at welcometoprimetimepod@gmail.com. Don't forget to rate and review. It helps make this show a dream come true, rather than a waking nightmare. Will Brandon and Jack be able to make it out of Freddy's nightmares? You'll have to tune in to the next episode of Primetime Bitch to see. Until then, pleasant dreams. Ah!